Hey there, this is Clay, and today we're going to be talking about the first of the 5 critical kind of pivots or moves you need to make in order to really get your ex back without all of the struggling and all of the work that maybe you've put in until now, that maybe it seemed like you needed to put in until now. And again, this is going to be a series of videos. Right now I'm thinking it's going to be about 5 videos, but we'll kind of see how this plays out. So this is going to be the first one. And this first one is really about reattracting your ex and how that's really not what you need to be doing for real results in trying to get back together with them. Now, I know a lot of people out there are probably like, what? That doesn't make sense. I definitely need to reattract my ex, but I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. And the reason for that is because your ex already thinks that you are attractive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten together with you in the first place, right? And so it's really kind of pointless to try and reattract them. Really, it's not attraction that's the problem. Attraction is already there. It's like trying to make the sun rise in the morning, you know? You can try all you want. You can wake up at 4 a.m., do your like little magic sunrise dance or something like that. And, you know, lo and behold, the sun comes up a couple hours later, right? So it must have worked, right? But here's the secret. The sun would have come up whether you did your magic little sun dance or not. And it's exactly the same way with trying to reattract your ex. You don't need to do it because your ex already thinks you're attractive. Trying to reattract your ex is really just a waste of time and a waste of energy because just like the sun will already come up in the morning without you having to do anything, your ex already thinks that you are attractive without you having to do anything. Now, here is why you may be experiencing a little bit of difficulty with getting back together with them. Even though they think you're attractive, the problem isn't attraction. The problem is that negative emotions have come in between the two of you, okay? So again, there's already this natural attraction flowing between the two of you, but it's getting disrupted by negative emotions, okay? There are these negative emotions brought on by the history between the two of you. You know, I don't know the specifics of your situation, but you know, there's probably a lot of hurt feelings, a lot of trust issues, a lot of maybe feelings of betrayal, maybe feelings of you know, like you just didn't live up to your end of the things, or they didn't live up to their end of things, or something like that. But they're just these negative emotions that prevent the attraction that is already there from running its course. And so instead of trying to focus on reattracting your ex, which again is a total waste of time, what I'm recommending that you do if you want to really make this whole getting back together thing a whole lot easier is not to focus on reattracting your ex, but instead to focus on clearing out those negative emotions, okay? Now, what this means is that you do not have to worry about trying to be the alpha male. You do not have to worry about trying to be high status. You don't have to worry about making your ex jealous or, you know, putting on like sexy clothes or anything to seduce them or anything like that. Again, that is all misplaced energy. You do not need to focus on that because your ex already is attracted to you. What you need to do is you need to focus on clearing out the negative emotions between the two of you, okay? And the best way to do this is to really focus on relational skills that will help your ex feel able to open up around you, feel like they can trust you more, feel like they can really be themselves more around you, be honest with you more. And when that happens, the negative emotions will just sort of break up, disappear, and the attraction that's already there can run its course and bring the two of you together. Kind of makes sense when you think about it, right? And okay, so how do you actually do it? How do you learn these relational skills? Well, there are a whole lot of them, but really it boils down to 3 specific ones. These are the 3 ones that we really talk about inside of the X Solution Program. Now, you know, these are like these aren't just like things that you can kind of like flip through and be like, okay, cool, I got that, I'm ready to go now. You know, you can't just kind of learn it in 1 second and then apply it. It's kind of something you have to really cultivate within yourself. These are skills. You know, these aren't like little tactics. These are like real skills that you build up over time. Just like carpentry is a skill. Being able to make some beautiful piece of woodwork is a skill. It's not something you can just kind of roll out of bed one day, turn on your table saw and make a masterpiece of woodwork. You just can't do that. You need to practice it and refine it over time. And that is why we really recommend that you practice the relational skills that we give you in the active no contact section of the X Solution program. That's one reason why we really try to encourage you to focus on cultivating those during that active no contact phase. That's why we really want you to do that. We help you by really mastering these skills in sort of low risk situations, like with your friends, with your coworkers and stuff like that. And then we kind of help you ratchet up the sort of stakes in the situation. So, it goes from like friends and coworkers to other people to eventually using it with your ex, because it's like a new skill. If you try to use it going into a high stakes, high stressful situation like meeting up with your ex for the first time or something like that, it's going to be really tough. It's going to be really tough. It's going to be hard to use. It's going to be hard to really wield that tool properly. So we really want you to focus in the beginning on doing it in sort of low stakes situations with friends, coworkers, just yourself in your own life, so that you can really cultivate these skills and have them down solid when you need them, so that you can clear out those negative emotions, so that you can have better interactions with your ex, so that the attraction that you already know, that you already feel in your heart is there between the two of you, can run its natural course. Suddenly it's like if you imagine all of the negative emotions that are between you and your ex, like this big balloon that's filled up with all these negative emotions. It's like using these skills, mastering these skills is like letting out all of that air inside of that balloon, so it just kind of deflates, goes away, calms down, and suddenly it's not this big, imposing thing anymore. It's just this flat little, empty thing, and you can just easily bypass it then. It's not a big obstacle. It's just deflated, it's flat, and suddenly, boom, you can just go on to the next phase, let the reattraction happen on its own, and before you know it, you and your ex will be back together again. So again, if this is something that you want to learn, if you would like to learn more about these 3 relational skill sets that you can start to take into your life and start to apply to help you clear out the negative emotions between you and your ex, so that the two of you can come back together again, I really want you to consider joining the X Solution program. But whether or not you decide to do this, I really want you to make a choice. Choose today whether or not you are going to continue to go down the road of trying to reattract your ex, trying to do things that are kind of a waste of time, really, doing things that really are not going to really help you get towards where you want to go. It's really just like spinning your wheels in the mud. Or I want you to decide if you're going to focus on the things that work, like mastering these relational skills and being able to clear out the negative emotional block between you and your ex. And if you are interested in clearing out that negative emotional block, if you've decided to do that instead of focusing on things that don't work, like trying to reattract them, I would really like to invite you to sign up for the X Solution program. You can go ahead and click on the button down below, and you can learn more about that and sign up if you think it's a good fit for you. But regardless of whatever you choose, I really want you to make this decision today, okay? Now, tomorrow we're going to go into topic number 2. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow, but this is just the first of what are probably going to be 5 videos. So tune in tomorrow for video number 2. We're going to talk about another key sort of pivot that you can make to get faster, better, and more effective results in getting your ex back. This is Clay, and thank you.